more drops need to be like this one. This is a true banger. Let's get into it. Hi everyone, thanks a lot for coming back and joining the channel. My name is Devagaro. Today we have a very special unboxing. I hope you all like it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go. This unboxing has to do with a sneaker that has been teased back since February of this year. It brings back a lot of very familiar vibes for the sneaker community, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we open these bangers. So I'll tell you what, why don't you grab some coffee, some drinks, anything that rocks your boat, kick back, we review the sneakers, and then we have a conversation about how these sneakers are influencing everything that's going around right now in July. This is the part that I'm waiting for. So what do you say, let's do this? All right, so I have it right here. So come on. And here we go. So here we have the box. Adidas branding, as you can see. There's a little bit of exercise message of branding from Adidas, which is pretty cool, yes. And let's go ahead and just open these. And voila, here we go. Yeezy 350 V2. Some of you guys already know where we're going with these. Actually, I'll just put these there. That's better. Okay, so Yeezy 350 V2s, boost on the side of your traditional Yeezy box. Why don't we just go ahead and open these together? Wow, interesting. Very different than what I was expecting based on the pictures. But let's pull the other one together. Maybe you guys can have a closer look, a better look from this angle over here. All right, so let's close them and let's get into the review. Okay, so these are very, very nice. And let's get into the background story of the Zyons. These are the Yeezy 350 V2 Zyons that have been teased since February of this year. Now, what's very interesting is that these sneakers have had a whole host of different mock-ups, different sketches. People were expecting different items, different looks, different vibes. So it's just very interesting how throughout these months, the final design has shifted a little bit here and there. All right, folks. So the first thing I gotta say about these is that they are very reminiscent to the Turtle Doves, the Yeezy V1s that are just legendary, and they're like an urban legend in the sneaker community. So right now, if you check out, the resale prices are going for insane amounts of money. So that's one of the things that caught my attention first and also drew me towards this shoe. I just wanted to have a better idea in terms of what would a V2 Turtle Dove like sneaker version look like. So I think that this is the closest we've gotten so far. Okay, jumping into the sneaker, we have dark brown. I think it's not black. So not sure if you guys can see it, but it's a very mocha-like, or I would even say like a muddy brown type of hue. It's like burnt caramel. That's the best description I can give you. So it's on the darker side of the shade, looking more like burnt caramel. I think that's the best representation I can show you guys without having the shoe in front of you. The Zyons have a different pattern in terms of the prime knit, which closely resembles the Yeezy Chills, and you can see that more prominently on the inside of the sneaker over here. When we look at the laces, we actually have the traditional rope laces in this type of, I want to say, light sand type of hue of a color. And then we have the lining around the ankle and the forefront of the foot, which is, I would characterize this as a light gray. In terms of the interwoven prime knit, we have some color resembling oatmeal, and I would say this dark burgundy. Now, on the upper side, and this is something I just noticed right now, is that here, I don't know, maybe you guys can see it here, but this quadrant, the upper left of, let's say, your left shoe or your left foot, this one right here doesn't have the burgundy tones to it. It actually has a gray that more closely resembles and matches the lining around the ankle of the foot. So that's pretty cool. And to be quite frank, I wasn't expecting that. I don't recall reading that anywhere or researching that anywhere, but it's a very cool surprise. And that's what Yeezy has been doing, mixing it up, giving us different quadrants of the shoe. So, kudos to that. That's great. Now, moving along into the front of the shoe, we can see a stitching that is not the, let's say, the traditional or original V2 type of stitching, which is a little bit like cross stitch. If you were to ask me how much do I like this, how much I like that stitching, I would say it doesn't bother me and it doesn't excite me or thrill me. I'm more of that V2, a little bit of pronounced cross stitching, showing a little bit of the bulkiness. That is just personal preference. So, but this one's really cool as well. Okay, moving along into the midsole, we can see that it features a very translucent midsole, which is just awesome. It's spot on, and it's encasing the boost, which is fully length. And when we get into the outsole, we can see that the outsole is an off-white type of color, maybe a little bit like very light gum, but I wouldn't categorize it as a gum. Taking a look at the Zyons from behind, we can see that the outsole wraps around the back of the heel, and it evidences the difference of the tones between the midsole and the outsole. I want to share the hack, which consists on swapping laces and just exchanging them with the cinder laces or even the black static laces. And I can tell you, that hack takes these bangers to the next level exponentially. So I think it's really great because the trick is that darker rope laces match this darker stripe, and then it just becomes way, way, way more combinable, or let's say it becomes a lot more wearable. I think that's the better term to use. I don't even know if combinable is even a word. Now, why don't we look at the interior of the shoe? Pulling out the insole, we have a traditional Adidas Yeezy insole. It is not Ortholite, it's just your standard Adidas Yeezy insole. And when it gets to sizing, which is the next subject that I want to discuss, if it's too tight, if the 350 V2s are too tight, what people usually tend to do, a very easy fix, is just popping these out and going about your day. After multiple delays and pushbacks of the release date, it finally landed on July 18th, which for me, as I record this video, it was last Saturday, and they were priced at $220 or euros, depending on your region. I've heard mixed messages from multiple YouTubers or sneakerheads, friends, etc. So first off the bat, we know that demand was going to be extremely high. Why? Because they have a resemblance with the Turtle Doves. Regardless of whether you say yes, no, you agree, or you disagree, that was one of the, let's say, urban myths or legends that was going out there. So number one, that's the first trigger for the hype. Number two, there were a lot of rumors about the stock, how many pairs were out there. I've heard anywhere between 300 and 500,000. Quite frankly, I think that the 500,000 or 500,000 mark is a little too high for me. I don't think that's actually the case. Having said that, there were a lot of W's, and yes, there were a lot of L's too. But on balance, I think it has to also do with the regions, because some folks back in the US or in North America, they actually had or faced more competition. Personally, I got these on my Adidas app. The way it worked is Adidas sometimes decides to drop Yeezys either on their splash page, where you go in at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. in the morning. You go in, and then you're placed in this waiting room, and at a certain point, if you are lucky, you get your chance to advance out of the waiting room, and you have an option to check for your size, if it's still available or not, and complete your purchase. That's how one method works. Now, the method that Adidas decided to go with on this one was actually the app Raffle, which is 5 or 6 days before the drop date. You get this push notification asking you whether or not you want to join the raffle, and it's a normal raffle that happens around 8 in the morning on that following Saturday, and then you get your results like an hour later, with the added bonus that you're not wasting or just stuck on your computer or on your phone for 2, 3, 4, even 5+ hours. So I think that is a better option. So I did hit on these on my Adidas app, and on top of that, you get your Adidas membership status points. In terms of market value or appreciation, right now these are not that expensive. There may be like around 270 euros, depending on what your size is. But I think that these are definitely going to start creeping up. Therefore, I would not be surprised if in 6 or 9 months, the Zyons appreciate in value to up to 400 euros or so. Before you guys go, there's a bonus fun fact, and it has to do with the name Zyon. When I was doing a little bit of research on these, I actually hadn't noticed it, and I haven't heard many people talk about this. It's something very subtle, and it has to do with the name. So Zyon, the way Yeezy has named this silhouette, is Zyon, Z However, Zyon is, let's say, the word that everyone is familiar with is spelled differently. Z-I-O-N. So Zyon, I was having a look at it and people hear it, and it actually has Hebrew roots, and it is tied to, it's also biblical in nature, and it has to do with a citadel in Jerusalem, which underpins why it refers to a high space, a high point of the city, and usually it comes down to being associated with Jerusalem. Just interesting, one of those things, I guess, in the backstory of the Zyons, just for your reference, and so that you guys are a little bit more well-versed when it gets to these bangers right here. So with that, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. And thank you very much once again for joining the channel. I hope you found this video of value. And as you know better than I do, remember to keep it fresh and never stress.